Is blindness a barrier? No.
Is deafness a barrier? No.
Are mobility, learning, cognitive disabilities, speech impairments and others, or even a combination of them, barriers? No way. Lack of accessibility is.
Welcome to Web Accessibility for All.
Follow the blind. This journey starts now.
Hello, my friend. Welcome back to another episode of this podcast we decided to call Web Accessibility for All. Today, I want to share a deeply personal story with you, one that I hope will leave you inspired and enlightened. I always loved drawing. As a kid, I would sketch anything I could, from my favorite cartoons to intricate comic book scenes. Drawing was my joy, my escape. I dreamed of becoming a comic book artist, but the path seemed daunting and uncertain. So eventually I pursued a graphic design career, gaining theoretical knowledge, but at the same time craving more hands-on experience. My first job was in a very small company, not the most thrilling, but it paid the bills. One day my boss saw me sketching something and asked if I could create the company's brochures. I said yes, even though I'd never done it before. It was a steep learning curve, navigating the early days of computer design, but I managed. Then the internet arrived. It was the late 1990s, and the web was a new thing, a big thing. So my boss decided that if I could make brochures, then I could make web pages too. So began a new chapter in my life. Suddenly my love for lines, curves, contrast, colors found a new medium. I dove into learning technologies and soaking knowledge from anybody more experienced. The joy of bringing intricate designs to life was pure magic. Yeah, it was challenging, but it was also incredibly rewarding. But then, 8 years ago, everything went black. Everything changed. I went blind. It was a gradual process that began in my childhood. Despite glasses and contact lenses, my vision deteriorated. Many doctors couldn't stop the inevitable. Coping with blindness was tough. I tried to deny it, thinking others wouldn't notice. Well, denial was my lifeline. I clung to the hope that everything would be fine. One day, my wife asked me if I liked a centerpiece that she made. Actually, I heard her talking about it. A cow, a shepherd, some pastoral figures. So I said, yes, I love the little cow. She turned to me and said, there is no cow in here. Ariel, you can't see anything. That moment was a breaking point, when you can't lie to your loved ones anymore. Your house of cards collapses. My denial was crushed. Professionally, I faced the same storm. How could I keep doing what I love if I was blind? What now? What now? One day, in the midst of this turmoil, I stumbled upon a life-changing YouTube video. A programmer, actually a rock star in our field, was using a screen reader to code. The voice of this thing, reading everything at high speed, was a revelation. That video was a turning point for me. I realized that my crutch of denial was a burden holding me back. Embracing my blindness, I discovered that I could be still a developer. Well, today, as a web developer, I use that very same tool, a screen reader. that basically reads everything on my monitor out loud. This allows me to use my keyboard instead of the mouse. Actually, I can work just like any other developer. So if I have to deal with something that is accessible, great. If not, I'll learn to work around it. The screen reader I use the most is called NVDA. It is free, it is open source, it has a tremendous community, and it's really easy to learn and use. You can download it from nvaccess.org. Give it a try. Let me share something I think is pure magic. I have a granddaughter, Francesca. She's 4 at the time of this recording, so basically I never saw her. However, we used to watch videos together, and I can hear her sing her songs out loud. And then I say to her, "Hey Francesca, let's play a game. A simple game. Keep singing like you are doing now, and I'm gonna put my hand over your face." She, I guess, is not sure what I'm trying to do, but she starts singing again and again. I put my hand on her face and feel her expressions, her eyes blinking, her eyebrows moving. That's the magic of accessibility. Accessibility is not a privilege, it's a right. It's our responsibility to defend that right for ourselves and future generations, transforming barriers into opportunities. It's not easy, but it's essential for the people. It's about ensuring everyone is able to participate equally. It's about creating a more just and inclusive society. So ask yourself now, do I care? Let's work together to make this world more accessible for everybody.
Thanks for joining us today. Subscribe for a new challenge next week. And don't be shy. Leave us a review or ask your accessibility questions online. See you next week for another episode of Web Accessibility for All.